Testing 1, 2, 3, testing. All right, that is working. Okay, let me just do one more thing. Welcome, welcome, Divine Collective. How are you? Welcome back to the DGC. I am your Divine Goddess, DEVI. Welcome back for another Divine Intuitive Celebrity Read. Of course, this is for entertainment purposes only. Hypothetical energies that we are picking up. Y'all know the hot off the press story right now is 50 Cent, T.I., and family going at each other. So we're going to tap into that. I wanted to actually give y'all this reading maybe about 2 to 3 days ago, but I'm happy I waited. More information has come out, more details have come out, which adds to the story that I got actually 3 days ago. Okay, give me a second. Give me 1 second, Divine Collective. Finish bringing my stream up properly. All right. What's going on? The Real Cortez. What's going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome. Can y'all do me a favor and please hit that like button as you enter into the live stream. So now let's get into it, y'all. So from what we were given as far as details, T.I. was on an interview and he was expressing that he wanted to do a versus battle with 50 Cent. He had spoke with him behind the scenes and asked him, you know, and discussed details. You know, man, what's up? I want to do this versus with you. According to what T.I. has relayed, 50 Cent gave the thumbs up, like, yeah, man, you know, jump on out there and I'll jump out after you. T.I. came out, T.I. jumped out there. 50 Cent did not jump out there. So T.I. kind of felt like 50 Cent played him and was playing with him as a man. Did you hear the car horn honk? Back me up, Spirit. Spirit is always here for our readings, okay? So after that little bit on the interview, T.I. expressed, and you can find this interview, just, you know, YouTube, Google it. He expressed that he did not respect 50 Cent as a man. You know what I'm saying? For doing it, for moving like that, you know, concerning him. Like, you know, the way T.I. was sitting there, his eyebrows were together. And T.I. was basically looking like, you know, what you think I am, some type of sucker? You know what I mean? Like, he felt like 50 Cent was basically playing him, you know? Could you do me a favor and hit that like button for me, Divine Collective? So on the back end, what 50 Cent does, and we all know over the years, I first was introduced to 50 Cent from the Get Rich or Die Hard Trying album. And that is one of my favorite albums in my archive. I got to admit it, it's in my archive. Like, I play it from beginning to end. I know most of the raps on there. I mean, honestly, I do. So that's how I met 50 Cent. And we all know when 50 Cent came out with that album was a tear down, a destruction for Ja Rule at the time. And we were all living that, like, in real time, what was going on. I got to even admit, at the time, I'm sitting there, you know, we all native New Yorkers and we say, I'm like, what's going on with Ja Rule? Why he's not saying a thing? He didn't say a thing. And after it died down, that's when Ja Rule came out with a record that hit, you know, for all boroughs and got a few, you know, well-known rappers on it. And that was that story. But that's how I came into the knowledge of 50 Cent. From what I know, 50 Cent is on the West Coast label. What is it? He was on Death Row Records, I believe. No, not Death Row. Under Dr. Dre. I don't know if it was under Death Row, but I know it was under Dr. Dre's record label. So he was coming from that end because he was over here trying to market and he couldn't get it in. God bless R.I.P. Irv Gotti. Irv Gotti was a big blockage in 50 Cent trying to make way in the industry at the time. And 50 Cent went over that way and boom, he hit with Eminem and Dre and it was on. It was crazy after that. So this is where 50 Cent is coming from. He's been, you know, pew pew, you know, in the streets. You know, 50 Cent been in the streets, baby. So he know all about the game. All right. So moving right along, 50 Cent posts a picture of T.I.'s wife, Tiny. We all know Tiny from the R&B group Escape, right? So he posts this picture of Tiny with her dress, kind of like doing a Marilyn Monroe thing, and it's going up a little bit, probably from the wind and things like that. On the stage, a performance she was doing, and it was just an unfavorable, unflattering, you know what I'm saying, picture that somebody wouldn't exactly want you to put up that angle of them, but you know, it happens. He put it up as a dig, as a taunt to T.I., and T.I. didn't take that lightly. T.I. didn't like that. T.I., this is not the first time, I believe, you know, It's been a lot of internet buzz over the years, people taking jabs and taunts at Tiny, so it was like T.I. guess has had enough, like, hey, what does my wife have to do with what we're discussing over this versus battle or whatever man conversation that we have? So after that, T.I. drops a diss record, maybe 2, I think. Then King, her son, comes out with a video basically tearing 50 down, saying, stop playing with my mama. I don't like that. Talking about his dead mother. I mean, it has gone a little bit farther than, I expected it to go in the beginning. Now they have 50 Cent's dead mother, deceased mother, on T-shirts. Him and a King is wearing this, and Rick Ross is wearing this in their videos. They like, if you want to disrespect somebody's mama, we're going to show you how to disrespect somebody's mama. We don't care if she's here or gone. Obviously, you took the gloves off when you put my mama picture up there for no reason at all. So now the whole family has jumped in. Not only did King Harris drop a T.I. dropped the diss too, I think. Then after that, King dropped his video and then dropped the diss song. You know what I mean? Basically telling 50 like, yo, man, back up off my mama. You just upset because you don't have your family. You don't have your mama. You don't have your daddy. You don't have nobody surrounding you. You got a whole bunch of money, but you ain't got no friends. You ain't got nobody you can trust. Where is your relationship with your son? And we all know that 50 Cent has from what we know, 2 sons, a younger and an older one. The older son is the one 50 is getting the karma energy from, y'all, because he refuses to reconcile with this young man at no cost. He refuses to reconcile with him. He looks just like 50 Cent. He smiles just like 50 Cent. He laughs just like 50. It's damn near his carbon copy. And he can't stand, you know what I'm saying? It's like a no for that younger self. He like, nah, man, it's only 150. You ain't going to be 50 2.0 or 10.0. You're not going to be it. So that's what 50 is at. There's allegations, coming from the past that are starting to surface now that this thing has gotten a little bit heated up. Now, with all that being said, do I think that this is going to get hot and heavy? No, I do not think that it's going to get hot and heavy. The most it's going to be is a bunch of back and forth music, maybe some verbal jabs. Is it going to go any farther than that? No, the stakes are too high for 50 to do such a thing. He is a businessman at this point. He's not 50 in the streets no more, y'all. He is a businessman. And that is the perspective that he's looking at this situation from. What does he stand to gain and lose by coming out and coming against T.I. and the whole family? Because right now, T.I.'s family is backing him up. They are all standing as a unit together, as they should. I'm not even mad at it. Back in the day when I was growing up, that was the one thing you heard the car horns honk that you did not want to do. You did not want to talk about people's mama, whether the mama was a good mama or whether she was a crackhead in the streets, whether she was rolling steaks out there. It didn't matter. When you started talking about people's mama, that's when it got personal. That's when we would feel like, oh, this shit is really deep for you and we need to take it there. Those are like fighting words. Like, oh, you talking about my mama? Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk to these hands. We're going to see how much talking you do about my mama. Right? So this is where the Harris family is coming from. Like, that's my mother and father. Those children, they all saw T.I. and Tiny go through a plethora of things in the industry, in social media. They've seen it all, y'all. So these kids are rolling with their parents. Their parents make their lifestyle what it is for them. T.I. and Tiny. Not just T.I. Tiny was on before T.I. And she had a seat and started having her children. And then T.I. got out there and did his business thing. But point in case, 50 Cent came back and posted another picture of Tiny. And not only did he post a picture of Tiny, he posted a picture of Tina Knowles. Okay, as a jab, because Tina said something very kind to Tiny on a message. So he went back and posted another picture of Tiny. So what happened after that? I don't know if it was quite before or after, but Domani, T.I. and Tiny's other son, posted an album called Miss Jackson, posted a song called Miss Jackson. Heard the song? It's actually kind of fire. I like it for his age and for his, his skill level in the industry where he's coming from. I think it perfectly fits what he would produce, something like that. And he's very talented. Domani is one to be watched, baby. I've been listening to Domani's music for a little minute now. He was younger. He was coming out with some fire tracks and things like that. King is the rapper. King is the hothead. King is the one that's going to say what he thinking. Domani is more of a strategist like T.I. All of those children have traits. Did you hear the car horn? Have traits of T.I. and Tiny, especially T.I. And they got another son. I don't even know if he raps. They got Major. Major didn't even say a peep yet. And Major is a favorite. Between Tiny and T.I., Major's a little favorite. But he's been quiet. You know, they might get him to come out on the track. I wouldn't be surprised if the whole family did a cypher. Baby, it's just that type of energy that they're on right now. And I'm not mad at it. Basically, the cards that 50 Cent has gotten. You hear the car horn honk. Spirit is here for it. Love. Look at this. Love. This is 50 Cent's card. This is 50 Cent's cards. Forgiveness. 50 Cent's cards, baby. Last card is miracle. Miracle. 50 Cent is going to sit this one out. He is not going to make a move. Right now, 50 is too busy addressing issues regarding love and a lack of love in his life and how he perceives love and views love, okay? And how he gives it. You know, everything regarding this subject called love, his connection with the divine, with God. 50 Cent is thinking about some other things right now. He's been so engrossed. You know, they say either you're going to love God or love money because you can't love, you know what I'm saying, both of them at the same time. One is going to trump the other because they both require your full like dedication, your whole heart to put into it. To be split between the two is a hard thing to do. So 50 been rocking with that bread for a minute. After you have a life-changing experience, like somebody trying to take your life as 50 Cent has had in the streets, you come out different. You come out a little, you know, almost fearless, like it is what it is. My time is going to be what it's going to be, you know, 21:12 on the clock, on the counter. So these are 50 Cent's cards. I know everybody is looking like, with Miracle, it's like, why isn't 50 saying anything? Why is he just tweeting a little of this, tweeting a little of that? Look at the stakes, y'all. T.I. is quote unquote like being viewed as the family man right now. He has the wife and the children. All the children love the parents. It's not like the children is out here talking spicy and nasty about the parents. So they down for the parents right now. It would be a losing move for him to do anything against the children, King, or anybody else, or even T.I. That would be a losing move. Okay? Because everybody are viewing it like we got children. You know, we got mamas and we would feel the same way. And that's how where everybody's coming from. Now, where I feel it's getting a little out of hand, where they're wearing the t-shirts with the deceased mother. I mean, like in how do you say, it's not, in battle rap, gloves come off, baby. Nothing is off limits in battle rap. Okay. Dead mamas, babies, like drug addictions, like homelessness, or whatever you got going on, they're going to put it out there in that battle ring. And you can't do nothing because if you pop, that means you didn't respect the rules. You didn't hold your patience. You wasn't grounded. You wasn't standing on your square. You ain't hold that. You know what I mean? You're supposed to battle with your words and not your fists. That's the whole point of it, right? So right now, T.I. is putting out those songs. He putting out that music. And everybody's wondering why 50 Cent isn't putting out an album, putting out a disc, putting out a track. Honestly, it's wisdom that's holding 50 Cent back. He knows it is an unwise move business-wise. Remember, he coming from business. 50 Cent don't know much about love because love for him, it left a while ago when his grandparents passed, when his mother passed. That was very, very detrimental for him. Then when he did get a family with his son's mother, her name is, okay. Hold on one second, y'all. All right. All right, y'all. Okay, I had to just get somebody. Sorry for that interruption, y'all. Sorry for that interruption. Okay, look, this card dropped out. I just want y'all to see what it is. Pretending. This is 50 Cent. Pretending. He's heartbroken. You know what I mean? He has to put up that hard hysteria. There's so much pain on the inside. Y'all don't realize even more, 50 Cent loved his mother, but you know who he really loved? He loved his grandmother, baby. One of the most touching things I ever heard 50 Cent say out his mouth, y'all, when he was doing an interview was that, and they asked him about his grandmother, he started smiling like a boy. I mean, all his teeth came out. He just got kind of shy a little bit. And they asked him, what is the one thing that you do for your, she said, he said, I paint my grandmother's toes. And not all the toes. I think he said he just would paint the big toe. He would just paint the big toe red or some color. He would just paint a big toe. And that was his way of showing her that, you know, he loved her. You know what I mean? So it was a lot of energy that was taken from him right here. And he's working on forgiveness. And I know it looks like a miracle that 50 Cent is not making a move. And I think 50 Cent is looking for a miracle in his life. He knows that he moves with a lack of love and forgiveness. We have seen this so many times that he has come up against different people and whatnot. And we've seen them just take that L when it comes to 50 Cent. He's very funny. He's very comical. And he is an excellent strategist and businessman. But he's not very good in the area of love. Period. Now, King. Baby King don't see nothing but smoke. King don't want to hear that shit. King don't care. That is his mama. That's his family. He got that YN, you know, in the back of his head that T.I. keeps smacking down. You know what I'm saying? They keep trying to come up and T.I. keep putting that thing back down. Like, nah, put that thing away. Put that thing away. But I think this is one time where T.I. came to King and said, you know all that shit that you doing? Now, this is the time now. This is the time to cut your ass to act like a fool. This is the time now. Not then, now. So T.I. gave King, like King didn't even consult. King is like, yo, I'm a grown ass man. I have a child. I have a woman. I have a family of my own. And I'll be damned if I let somebody get out here and play with my baby mama and my child. So how you think you're going to play with my mama? And you know what I'm saying? It's about 20 of us over here and 30,000 of us spread across the Atlantic region. You know what I mean? King is on some shit. King got skepticism. Okay, let me get that right. Doubt. You see that? All of these are blue and gray. King is in the smoke. King is good with the smoke. He don't give a damn. King got heart right now. King's heart is coming out. Even though we know physically, you know what I'm saying, overall on a circumference, it's no match there. But King don't care. King is like, whatever, you know. The bigger they are, the harder they fall in his mind. And it was a lot of sadness when 50 Cent came out and did that to his mother. He like, you know, my mother minded her business over here doing what she do. Why do y'all keep taking jabs at my mama? You know what I mean? So that's where King is coming from. King dropped his diss album and all of that. It is a lot of what? Passion out here. It's a lot of passion out here because people is not about to let certain things go. Okay. And this is about letting go for 50 Cent. You know, it's about letting go for all of them, but that let go right there wasn't going to be had right away with that passion. You know, as people are sitting back now, they're thinking resonance. They're thinking. They're deep in doubt. I mean, deep in thought. You know what I mean? In thought. Okay. So that's where King is. If you notice, all his cards are blue. So he's being very vocal. King is speaking. He do not care. He's saying what's on his mind. 50 is not speaking. The purple is the mental space. He does have the power to say a little bit. But right now, he's focusing like here. He's working out. He's focusing the energy or something like that. Now, T.I., come on through, Tip. Come on through, Tip. Tip has gratitude. We all know T.I. be out here. You know what I'm saying? He be showing gratitude in so many different places. We like T.I. generally. You know, I ain't got no problem with T.I. I know a few of T.I.'s songs. I think he came out back when I was growing up in my 20s and whatnot, with Rubber Band Man. That's where it first started. Rubber Band Man. That's the first song I remember. He got a few. He got a song with Young Thug, I think I like. If It Ain't About the Money. Don't Be Hitting My Line. Like, he got a few joints, man. One of them where he's like, throw your bandanas in. It's something like that. I don't remember the song. But T.I. got a few hits that I'm definitely in favor of. And I definitely love. Is his whole album in my archive? No. You know what I mean? Well, 50's from the tri-state. You know what I'm saying? So Nicki, you know, Jay, Biggie, you know, everybody, even the that whole Bad Boy, everything that was tri-state, we all know about it. If you tri-state, you know. But T.I.'s from the South. Now I got family from the South. My family stems on one end of my family from South Carolina, you know, down in the Columbia region. We got family in VA. We got family in Georgia. We got family in North Carolina. Like if you're a Southerner, you're a Southerner. It might even go down into Florida and even moving out west. You know, I got family in Texas. I got family in a few places. So it's not about being a Southerner because I definitely rocks with the Southern. Like my people is straight, you know, Southerners. We're from South, you know. We came up here to become Northerners more so on one end of my family. Then T.I. has tenderness. Tenderness. This is a very tender, it's like a sore spot that 50 touch. You know what I mean? Like this is T.I.'s family. This is one thing that T.I. is very grateful for, and this is one thing that softens T.I.'s heart. Now, you all got to remember, 50 don't have no daughters. That's a little piece I got to throw in there. 50 does not have daughters. T.I. has daughters. When a man has daughters and he's actively involved and balanced with that responsibility of being a father to daughters, and he's balanced mentally and physically with that thing, he's going to have a certain tenderness that he's understanding about life, people, love, family, that 50 Cent is going to have. 50 Cent is lacking that. That's why it has miracle up under here. It's a miracle to bring all this into his life. But T.I. is very grateful for his wife, for his children, for the run he's had with his career. And it's just a very grateful to God type of energy. You know, he survived a lot of things. You know, T.I. almost got caught up a few times in a few different things. And we've seen T.I. kind of, you know, God open that door and let T.I. walk through, because in his heart, T.I. really want to take care of his family, and did. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. I don't hear his children out here clowning T.I. That's why. Do 50 Cent's son get out here and clown him? Yeah. Does 50 Cent baby mother get out here and talk? Yeah. One of his baby mamas, Shaniqua ain't nothing to play with, baby. Shaniqua got the brain of 50 Cent. That's why he couldn't take her either. Shaniqua was on 50 Cent's level as far as a female, so he couldn't take that. You know what I mean? He had a catchy comeback. She had a catchy comeback. He smiled, she smiled. You know what I mean? It was kind of like a mirror, so I don't think he knew how to take that. Then the other baby mama, she just totally went left. She went over there with his ops. Like, who does that? I don't even know what was going on with old girl. All I can say is, like, you know, God bless you, 50, because I would have seen that thing a mile away. You know, he lucky the op didn't hook him up with a girl, you know what I'm saying, that has something crazy on her, you know, because they know they liable to do that. Hook you up with a crazy broad, you know. So anyway, last card that T.I. has is wisdom. Wisdom. Do you see T.I. coming through? Okay. I want y'all to notice 50 Cent and T.I., they in the same space. Do you see this? This is equal. I don't think it's such a bad thing, you know, necessarily for T.I. to have approached 50 for the verses, because do you see their mindset? They know what's up. Both of them know what's up. Right now, T.I. is trying to exercise wisdom. And T.I. is also saying, I don't fear nobody but God. He's saying, if not now, when? You know what I mean? Like, he's already an older gentleman at this point. Not old, just older. And it's like, what am I waiting on? Who am I waiting on? Who am I afraid of? You know, what's up? That's what T.I. is saying. So it's a lot of thought going into this right now. I'm going to get 3 more cards for them. I'm going to get 3 more cards. And T.I. is standing with his sons, and his sons are standing with him. Listen, even T.I.'s daughter done got out here, little heiress. As cute as she is and talented as she is, she done got out here with a song, Don't Play With My Mama. If you say it to my mama, say it to my face. Like, she is not playing. So the whole family is like, he can't make a move. It would be to his detriment to make a move financially and morally out here for the good of his image and stuff like that in the public eye. It is best for T.I., I'm sorry, to kind of hold this. This might be an L that, not T.I., excuse me, 50. This might be an L that 50 might have to hold under T.I.'s camp, baby. Because T.I. got his general hat on right now. Do you understand? One of his sons is named Major. T.I. has his hat on. And Tiny's sitting back. You know what Tiny doing? Tiny is overwhelmed. Tiny's overwhelmed. She didn't even know her family was loving her like this. She knew her family loved her. But the way, look, I got goosebumps on my arm, y'all. I don't know if y'all can see my skin kind of prickly. I don't know if y'all can see it in the glimmer. The way that her children is loving on her is changing her heart. Like, baby, they got they got Tiny out here ready to go and, you know what I mean, go get a brigade. It hurt anybody for her family right now. She is really feeling it. So what we got for 50 Cent? Freedom. Freedom. 50 Cent is really tapping into his mind space right now, because that's what he needs to control. It's not that 50 Cent don't have the manpower, the money, or anything to go out and go get studio time, drop records, you know what I'm saying? Like, intimidate, get people, make a record here, a record there. He could get things done if he wanted to, but it's not wise, it's not smart. And for what? Who are you trying to beat up over here? This is a family man with children. who you gonna beat up? Who's to beat up? In the middle, King, anger. King don't like this. King is the one that wants smoke. Domani is more level-headed, like T.I., okay? There's another son. There's Major, and there's another one, and it's not Domani. They have so many. I have to look. They have quite a few, and they have another daughter. T has another daughter. You understand? So two, because Tiny had I forget her name. Beautiful girl, beautiful singer as well. She had one daughter, and then T.I. had a daughter, and then they had Eris together. So they have a full Brady bunch over there. T.I. over here, confusion. So he like, I hear T.I. saying, "What's wrong with bro? Like, why would you play with me like that? You know, like I'm a man. All you had to do was tell me, nah, dog, right in my face behind the scenes, and I would have never jumped out there. I would have just said my 1-2 behind the scenes or whatever." But he said that he played with him. He thought he was like a kid or something, you know, like chumping him, you know, laughing at him or whatnot. Yeah, that made him feel some type of way. I just picked up this deck. This made T.I. feel some type of way. It made T.I. feel like 50 Cent was a hater. That's what it was. And like he didn't want him to, you know, get the acknowledgement, get the pinnacle with the 7 of Pentacles. He did not want to acknowledge T.I.'s work, the effort that he's put into his career all of this time. He did not want to acknowledge that. You know, he look at T.I. said, "What you looking at me like I'm some type of bum ass nigga?" You know what I'm saying? Like T.I. was upset about that. The way 50 tried to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who is you, bruh? Who is you? You know, where your family at? You know, where your friends at? I ain't gonna lie. Out of the group G Unit, I fucks with. I like Lloyd Banks. I ain't heard shit from Lloyd Banks. Lloyd Banks been so quiet. Him and 50 got into something. He was like saying that Lloyd didn't want to either work or get the money or do something 50 was trying to get Lloyd to do. And Lloyd wasn't really responding the way he wanted. He felt like Lloyd was hating us, doing something. And I guess Lloyd said, "Look, yo, Lloyd Banks, I always loved when Lloyd's part would come on any of 50 Cent's tracks. Like, you know, he would have, yeah, that was my part right there with Awakening. That was my part." Okay, so right now, I'm going to give 50 that. 50 is getting an awakening. 50 is getting an awakening from the family. All right? Contentment right here. Contentment for King. King is content in his feelings. He like, I don't need to change it. I don't need a mediator. We ain't making up, you know? Just let them flow steam. Radiator, like, he like doing some male Nicky. Like, listen, I'm not even playing with you right here. Yeah, I'm going to shit on him real quick. And with detachment right here, you know, detachment right here. T.I. is a little confused and he's a little detached. He's a little detached from the situation in a way, you know what I mean? He's like, I don't even want to hear that because I got a whole family, man, and they didn't have nothing to do with nothing. So I'm going to remove myself, you know what I'm saying, from being holding it down. And I got to come out and put my general hat on. You know, I got to detach from being this soft, tender, you know, gracious gentleman. And I got to come out here and be a damn sergeant, general, you know, soldier. I got to come out here with that wisdom. I have to come out here with the plan. And yes, has this put anything in 50's head? Of course. Uncertainty. There's been some uncertainty. 50 Cent wants to be mentally free from this something's egging at him with love and forgiveness. He don't have a lot of people to back him up. Can you imagine how epic that would have been if 50's son was on board with him making music and being under his umbrella? You know what I'm saying? He had a little team and whatnot. And then T.I.'s sons, it would have been a whole bash, you know what I'm saying? Like, for us to see. That's what it is in hip hop, man. You come back and forth with your music. That's how you fight. It was meant to take people out of the streets and put it on record. You got something to say, duke it out in that album. You know? Next card here, we have determination for King. Determination. Oh, King is determined to let 50 Cent know how he feel, what he got to say. And if you got anything to say behind it, you know what I mean? Come with it. And here we got for T.I. curiosity. He like, I'm just waiting to see what F dude, that's what he called him, F dude gonna do next. You know what I mean? What he gonna do next? So he's just holding back. And he's curious, you know what I'm saying, as to why would 50 try to play him like that? That's the whole point of it. When really he had a lot of joy at the beginning of this. All right? A lot of joy. I get that everybody just want to get back to the joy with the thinking, with introspection. Everybody just want to get back to the joy. you know? And I'm hearing, can we please have a moment of silence for black and black violence? And This is that was Raekwon, what is it? Nas and as day comes and night falls, all the rest of your life a mission. And even though life must go on, we're still wrong while wishing y'all were home. I forget who that is. Y'all, if y'all know who that is right here, I don't know if it's Naquan and not. I know it's Nas. If y'all know the name of that song, please put it in the chat room. Yeah, but the silence, 50 Cent with the silence. You know what I'm saying? He's being, kind of tight-lipped right now. He's not saying much. Resistance. King is not trying to hear nothing. And this is causing T.I. a little bit of anxiety. You know why? Because T.I. made it out of a situation that could have been, dangerous for him many years ago, something involving some guns and things like that. But T.I. don't want to have to go to battle again because that's a little, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, I done got this far to let something like this blow me up. The anticipation has everybody on edge. And everybody is perplexed. We watching to see, and there will be a breakthrough with this situation. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not picking up the energy that 50 is going to go but so far with this. I'm not picking that up because it's not in his favor to do so. It's not in his favor to do so. Period. He's a businessman. He and T.I. is a family man. It was in his favor to do what he did. It was not in T.I.'s favor just to get quiet again and sit down and let everybody keep on talking shit about Tiny like it was okay cool to do so. When T.I. don't talk about nobody's wife. 50 don't even have a wife for T.I. to talk about. You know what I mean? 50 Cent got baby mamas. Baby mamas. Baby mamas. So we have the 8 of Wands right here. Communication. So this is after, this is communication coming towards 50 Cent right here. He is just in silence, watching and listening to all the communication that's going back and forth with everybody. Here we have the 3 of Cups. This is King's card. King is thinking about his family right now. He feels like he's defending his mother and his father's honor and his family name, period. Here's T.I. in the house with the Hermit. T.I. is thinking. T.I. is strategizing just like 50. Remember what I told y'all. They are on the same playing field mentally. Do you see this? This is 50 Cent. This is T.I. It's balanced. And I don't even think that 50 is looking at the children so much. He just look at them as, part of the situation and whatnot. You know what I mean? But it's really T.I. that he was trying to take a shot at. Wasn't the children. Because what would it do for 50 to hurt any of the children or hurt T.I. or Tiny in any kind of way, physically? You know what I'm saying? Like, for it to jump off anything other than just words and pictures. How would that benefit 50? It wouldn't benefit 50. And what I just flipped over was the Judgment card. 50 is not calling judgment on this situation. He's not going to make a move. I saw that 3 days ago, but I want to be sure what I felt. Because right now, 50, you see 50? Okay. Knight of Cups. He be a true love right here. 50 don't have this. So he over there being, you see that woman? That's 50 in the back of T.I. and Tiny. 50 stands by itself right here. He don't have that. Plus, T.I. is communicating to him about his family. This is what this is all over. What he said in the middle with those 8 of Wands about the family. That's what he said. He thought he's bigger and stronger. You see that guy standing there? I'm stronger. I'm bigger. I'm faster. I got more money. I'm wiser. I'm smarter. I'm more intelligent. Oh, this did King in. The 10 of Swords. This did King in. And King want to do this to 50. Like, yo, it's up. It's up. And King said, I got a couple of coins and I got a few friends who don't mind joining with me. That's what King said. Now, that's 10 of Swords. The swords are like knives. So they're sharp. King is with that sharp. You know what I'm saying? King got the smoke. He got that energy. He got that, that youthful fire. Tia? 10 of Wands, baby. That communication was crazy. He feel like that communication was crazy from 50. And he ready to get it popping. T.I. said he don't care who he got to call. He don't care who he got to call to join the brigade. He said that wasn't necessary. He said, you got caught, bruh. That's 50 right there. 8 of Swords. He said, if he don't do nothing, you know what I'm saying? How that's going to make me look, bruh? I don't know. I'm just channeling energy, y'all. If y'all hear me come out with an accent or hear me come out with a certain way of speaking, it gets channeled in the readings, y'all. Yeah. So they had to send a message, Knight of Coins. You know what I'm saying? Knight of Coins. T.I. was slow at making this decision. Not so that he didn't act. But he gave it thought. Trust me. He gave it thought before he spoke. Because 50 didn't. When 50 spoke, he intended to strike with passion. See this? When 50 spoke, he intended that to hurt. He intended to strike without speaking. But when T.I. speaking, T.I. intends it to strike and intends for you to hear it and know that he said it. He ain't gonna put no picture up. Bro, I'm giving you this out my mouth. I'm giving you this work out my mouth. Now, is 50 scared? No. Do 50 know how to come back with that heat? Of course. I mean, we seen it. Get rich or die hard trying, baby. Oh, no. 50 Cent did not talk about my boo, Jeffrey. Listen, 50 know how to come out with a whole album of some junk, okay? But that communication, what went back and forth, said and unspoken, 5 of Swords caused some shit. With the letting go, it was like, let what go? F Negroes? Let what go? F ninjas? Nah, we ain't let none go. That's when they went and got t-shirts and they went, lit up blunts on the mama's face and all of this stuff. I don't know what Rick Ross is doing in the middle of this other than him having a beat. This is what I tell y'all about confidants, constituents, and comrades. Right now, Rick Ross is being a comrade to the Harrises. If they're not, they could be friends behind the closed doors, but he's being a comrade. They have a common goal, a common what they call enemy in common. So why don't you and I come together and join our forces, or you and I come together and get the energy hooked up because we have a common person that we need to get taken care of. So you've got the 5 of Swords right there. Page of Swords. Once again, this is all about what people had on their mind and what they intended to do that they say they didn't. This is 50 Cent. Look how 50 Cent smiling. I ain't really do that. I ain't really do that. Look, 50 Cent be sitting back. He just be watching. He's very intelligent, y'all. This is a master strategist right here. I saw a clip the other day. They was like 50 Cent met with Robert Greene, who is the writer of the 48 Laws of Power. Mind you, y'all, I have last names, and one of them is Green, Greene. Okay, so he met with Robert Greene, right? And Robert Greene got a couple of books out here. That's not 48 Laws. Is not the only book Robert Greene got. That is an intellectual person right there. So he met with this man, and everybody's like, nah, they can't F with. It's not about that sometimes, because that's how David won the battle against Goliath. Everybody thought that because Goliath was so big in stature, and this is metaphorically speaking, that this big one-eyed monster, so to speak, giant, wasn't a monster, it was like a giant. And he got the whole army behind him, and here's little David with a slingshot and a rock. That is exactly how it happened. Underestimating the opponent, and you don't know what's going to happen, what's going to come in there. This was all about, attacking T.I.'s happiness with joy. With that 2 of Cups, believe it or not, y'all, as much as T.I. done did to Tiny, at this point right now, T.I.'s even sitting his ass down and paying attention to his family, paying attention to Tiny, paying attention to the things he's supposed to. Everybody is getting older. What 50 Cent got? The devil, baby. 50 Cent got the devil, baby. Now, 50 Cent will do some shit, baby. He done did it to Tierra Marie. I think he had a little something that went back and forth with I don't know. I think it was Rick Ross' baby mother. I think he lost that judgment against Rick Ross' baby mother, if I'm not mistaken. That could be what it is. I didn't really put 2 and 2 together. Like, why would Rick Ross be in this? Oh, the situation with his baby mama, with whatever he did to her. Yeah, it's kind of like you good for messing with everybody, baby mama. And when Puffy did what he did, with the Yeah, that op move, it took 50 out mentally. It was like, yo, I don't trust nobody. He don't trust nobody. He can't even trust his own son. And I don't think his own son have it out for him. But he like, yo, you my pops. Like, you know what I mean? I'm going to be here. That's what the son said. I'm going to be here, 50. You know? 5, 7 of swords right now. This is King. King feel like 50 took a shot at his mother. You see that? He feel like his mother is that glass slipper right there. Like Tiny ain't do near none. And 50 don't know near. Look, I don't even know what it's called. These words. Y'all know I don't even talk some of these words. Like, yeah. So T.I. said, oh, bruh, it can get crazy. Like, I don't even know where this accent is coming from. He said, bruh, it can get crazy, man. Look. He said, you don't know? He said, you don't know where I come from, man? He said, I don't reform myself. That's what T.I. said. I don't reform myself. I had to learn to become a father. Y'all know what T.I. talk. You know what I mean? So right now, like I'm telling y'all, 50 is going to hold this L. He's going to hold this. Not because there's a, you know, at least not for me. It's not like I dislike T.I. or 50. It's just that in the scheme of things, the way this is being laid out in your initial action, everybody like, you can't make a man do a verse with you. You press the issue. You can't make, I get it. But they had a conversation behind the scenes where clearly 50 looked this man in the eye, man to man, and told him, I'm down. Let's get it. Dapped up, hit shoulders. You know, could have even had a drink together, smoked a cigar together, had a conversation as they all do. Big business deals are made on golf courts. They made in lounges and places where people chill for entertainment, you know, go out to Vegas, go for the show, and they making business deals and contracts at those tables. So 3 of Wands, after King got whiffed of that, 50 Cent gonna hold this. King is waiting. King got things bubbling. He like, I'm waiting. King is in the lab right now. King is in the lab. In the lab. And we got the Chariot. And they're all listening to T.I. T.I., if T.I. say it's a go, it's gonna be a go. It's gonna be a go. 50 Cent is reminiscing. 6 of Cups right now. 5 of Cups to 6 of Cups. He's thinking about the past, how many people he done offended, how much he done lost, you know? Hold on one second. Pardon me, y'all. So, yeah, 6 of Cups. So 50 goes from the 5 to the 6. He's thinking about the past. He's thinking about all these people, all the spilt cups, all the people that he loved that are no longer around, people that don't mess with him no more, people that he used to toast and drink and celebrate with until before he got into this devil energy. Y'all, I didn't even talk about the devil energy. The devil energy is the lust. The devil energy is all the toxic things, the people, places, and energies that are pulling at him. If you notice, there's some invisible blueprints right here. This is what 50 does. 50 is also what, so to speak, a magician. You see how T.I. had to get in this bag to fuck with 50? This is where 50 coming from. And I know y'all see it. T.I. had to get in his bag like, aha. What shall I use? Let me see, what shall I use? That's what T.I. said. He said, family meeting. Harris family meeting. He called all the boys together. The girls weren't even there. Little Eris did her own little thing. And, you know, T.I. said, oh, you already know. Don't you say a motherfucking thing about it. Don't you say nothing about Eris. Nothing. But right now, he called the meeting between the boys. He sat them all down. He said it's family war right now. That's what T.I. said. He said they're trying to get the king. That is 50 Cent. 50 Cent is sitting back thinking about all of the people that he got caught up like that, put them in a headlock like that little bunny. They couldn't do nothing. And so many people down here trying to reach up. They can't get to 50. See how big he is, how big he's gotten? Yeah. Let me see here. Okay. Now this was upside down. I got to leave it like that. All right. King. Queen of Cups right in the middle, right? You see it's upside down. I mean, right? King is like, I'm just going to tell you what King said. I ain't got your mama. My mama ain't your mama. He said, I'm going to turn up on your mama. He said, I'm going to, when people say, I know your relative must be, they say, rolling over in their grave. That's what they say when the behavior of somebody is so outlandish and atrocious. You like, oh my God, your mother would be, if she heard the way you speaking or saw the way you acting or saw what you doing. That's where King at. King like Pet Cemetery. Let's dig it up. That's what King is saying. It's Pet Cemetery. King is on YN mode. King is like, it's whatever. You see this death card? He said, look, you already the devil, so we got to play on equal playing ground. He said, and then my daddy back here, we got to get together. You see this? He said, me and my dad got to get together and put this together because this combination is like this. You got to combine them though. Listen, King say he don't care. King say he don't care. He said he got a few friends that don't care neither. He said he got a few YN friends for a coin that he can definitely drop on them. He said that they'll get out here and act a fool. That's what King said. Now, Tia. Let's get a shuffle for Tia. Spirit, give me Tia. Y'all hit that thumbs up for me. Give me Tia. Give it Tia. I had to get out here and do this one, y'all. I was waiting, man. My bones was itching. I really wanted to do this one for y'all. All right. Ace of Coins. You got Ace of Coins. I see this here for Tia. Tia said, I got the coin, bro. It ain't about the money. Don't be if it ain't about the money. Like, you better miss me with it. You can miss me with it. Hey, listen. Tia is like, look, bro, I got this coin. And I'm going to spend this coin. It's go. Like, it ain't about the money. Because my money coming in, my money's solid. I'm good. That's what Tia said. He said, I got God on my side. This is the devil. This is God. This is the Hierophant. Now, I'm not saying that God ain't watching over 50. Obviously, 50 is here. But the devil also gives his people good gifts. The devil gives his people gifts too. Not just God. Rewards them for jobs well done. Go out there and hem them people up. You see that rabbit? Look, he got the thing tied around his neck. He choking them. Go out there and hem them people up. I reward you. And 50 like, cool. I ain't got nobody around me that love me anyway. Whatever. Take over the world. Pinky in the brain. So, T.I. got the Hierophant with the Ace of Coins. He said, normally I'm focused on my family. I'm focused on God. And I'm focused on my money and just moving forward in life. He said, but now, bro, you don't put me in a different energy. King of Swords. Do you see that? King of Swords. That is the mental strategist. That is the general. That is the leader. That is the truth teller. That is the person that's going to cut through and slice through with the truth, with the honesty. And this is some of the hidden things that are going on. You know what I'm saying? Like just the energies behind the scenes with this, the moon, with introspection. These are the things that people have in a mental space right now. This is what's going on. This is the thinking. Everybody, the thinking. Nine of Cups. Like, who makes a move? Nine of Cups is like wishes being fulfilled. But you see the staff right there. Like, they're daring 50 to jump up. I heard Punk's Punks jump up to get beat. No. So yeah, Punks jump up to get beat down. I think that's what it says in the song. This is an old school song. Yeah. But 50 is daring. T.I. is daring 50 to jump up. He said, this is my family, man. He said, I got some. He said, what you dying for? He said, if you happen to be unalive, if you leave this earth, what you leaving for? He said, because I know if I leave this earth, it's going to be for my family. That's where T.I. coming from. And that's what's giving T.I. so much strength. That's what's giving them all so much strength. I can guarantee they have gotten into a prayer circle, baby. T.I. and his people. Okay? And King just sitting there, King of Cups right here. Look, King got the hook on his hand. Look, he got the map out. King with it. That's King's energy. King is with it. Okay? And we have the strength card. This is T.I. and Tiny together. You know what I'm saying? Like being strong together. They're like, we're going to hold this down. We're going to hold this down. We're going to come up with whatever we got to come up with. You see that Five of Swords? We have to play the game. We got to play the game. They got to play the game. Because if this is over here on 50's side, he damn sure strategizing. 50 Cent is a major strategist. You see what I'm saying? 50 Cent will sit there. 50 Cent will smile in your face, baby. But behind his brain, he got it going. Okay? He got it going. It's all about making power moves. I've seen 50 Cent in movie after movie after movie after movie. Because he know that the music money only goes but so far. It only goes but so far. So now T.I. is out here strategizing, baby. He thinking, he like, it's up, whatever, it's stuck. Definitely trying to get that balance, temperance, balance. Because when they talked about Tiny, everybody went crazy. Everybody went crazy. Or 5, 6, 7 of wands. When that communication came through, T.I. said, no, you will not talk about my, you see that? You will not talk about my queen like that. You won't do it, bro. I ain't gonna let you. He said, even my children on board, baby. Even the children got crazy. They went and got some soda and started writing. They went and got some drinks and started writing, baby. Look, Page of Wands, all of them. They got the gold from their father. They got it from their damn daddy. They said, look, this ninja out here talking greasy. They said he putting dirt on your mama nails. Listen. They say he think he can't get it. Look, that's 50 Cent. He like, look, all the people, all the cups on the floor. 50 Cent done already took people out. Look, he thought he was going to drink T.I. Right? And then King said, nah, what you mean, bruh? Look, that's King. He said, what you mean, bruh? I'm matching energy. Look, hook for hook. Cup for cup. He said, I'm matching energy. He said, but the only difference is I'm going to drink you. I'm going to drink you. That's what King said. Now, we all know, like I said, King's a young man. Can he really, come up against a force like 50 Cent? I mean, it's to be determined. This is 50. It's to be determined, baby. King of coins. But remember, T.I.'s out here as well. Do you see the paw? Do you see the mixed hands? This is not the same people. This is a blue arm, blue. This is a red roll. This is 50 roll. This is T.I. T.I. like, all right, 50, you might be sitting on it. He said, but I still got that coin, baby. I still got that coin. This is an ace. This is the coin from the Most High. This is actually more than this coin because he has the family and the love to come and go with it. And the backing of people who look at T.I. as like, family. It's balanced. It's balanced. T.I. say he hate that 50 is making him come out of his suit and making him not be a gentleman. Yeah, King is damn. Let me see one in the chat, y'all. Yeah. Hey, New Moon. Yeah, King is taking him through there. King is got YN, all over. It's like birds flying around King's head. YN. You know what I mean? And T.I.'s the one that keeps King in check. But this is the time he said, oh, no, King. All that shit. No, go ahead, do what you do. This is the time. He said, because he making me come out my suit. Normally, T.I. try to, put on that gentleman, you know what I mean, for everybody. But he said he came and knocked on my door, man. He came and knocked on my door. He said he knocked on my door. That's what T.I. said. He said as soon as he put the picture up of Tiny, it was cool when it was just words going between men. T.I. can express himself. You know what I'm saying? I know I would express myself if somebody told me we was going to do something together and then they just back out, you know what I'm saying, in front of everybody. Behind the scenes, you going to tell me one thing. When I really go through with it, you going to back out like we didn't just talk. Yeah, that's kind of fraud. Look at 50. When 50 did what he did, he intended to hurt the feelings of T.I. and to put a jab in there. To put a jab. When he didn't even have to do that because this is how T.I. is coming out. Very noble. See 50? T.I. is coming out very noble. Look at 50. The money, the jewels, fortune, the fame. T.I., none of it on. Very, very noble. Noble. 50. He knocked on that door with the 9 of swords. 50's in his head about what he did. When 50 came, he said, 50 know he's being looked at it around the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not about his music. Like I said, I got 50 in my damn rotation. Yeah. I'm a G-Unit motherfucking soldier, nigga. They're not gonna like this. I know. G-Unit. Oh my gosh. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, I know you like my style. You like how I break it down. Wanna get rich to show you how. Listen, that's my album. So it ain't about that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about that. But these is all stars. Okay? These is all stars. And when 50 looked in the mirror, he said, he the fairest of them all. And then T.I. said, I think not, man. I think you're going to have to rethink that. I think you're going to have to rethink that. Or whatever stories you done told yourself, man. Whatever lies you done told yourself, man. I think you're going to have to rethink that. Ace of Swords is pointed down. This is the villain's deck. This is somebody who will tell lots of lies in a minute. They are the king of lies. They will cover their ass in a minute. They will put that brew on you in a minute. You see that? That is the potion, the work around the truth. Just showing y'all. 50 feel T.I. ain't got the coin for him. You know what I mean? Like T.I. not in his league. And this broke T.I. heart. You know? It broke his heart. And don't think T.I. didn't talk to the women. You know what I'm saying? It talked to the women. Queen of Swords right here. There are very intelligent women around T.I. Yeah, they are. He went to them. T.I. went to people in his world. You see T.I. right there? King of Wands. This made T.I. mad. You see T.I. face? We get this to come in. Y'all see T.I. face? Okay, that's tip face. Okay? That's how he was looking on that. He was like, I don't respect them. Like T.I. was not with it. All right, T.I. went to these women. I don't know who these women are. They could be grandmothers. They could be, I don't know. But it's the women he went to. Y'all would think he all with the men. No, he had a meeting with the family men. They had a meeting, but he went to the women too. Do you hear what I'm telling you? T.I. 50 ain't got no women to go to like that. He only trusted his grandmother. He said, the high priestess, you see these women? The high priestess? T.I. said, tell me what I don't see. The sun is things being illuminated, being able to see. But when it's like this is as good as saying it's the moon. As good as it's saying it's the moon when it's upside down, right? So T.I. said, tell me what I don't see. Tell me what he think. Tell me what you know what I'm saying? Why did he do, like, what's up with this? Is he really coming for me? Do he like, you know what I'm saying? Do he fuck with me? Like T.I. asked a bunch of questions and this lady told him. These women told him. Two of Wands, they had a conversation. Do you hear what I'm telling you? People don't be knowing little stuff like this. They had a whole conversation. Yeah. He said, he don't respect your woman. He said, he think your woman is an old, dried up hag. You see the lady behind her? He said, this would have been Tiny. Like I said, this all popped off because he sat there and sent that message, put that up there about Tiny. That's Tiny in her house. She's the queen of her dome. So he said, this is how 50 Cent think about Tiny. Queen of Wands. Even though she's the match to T.I. Look at this. Ain't that the King of Wands? That's the Queen of Wands. She is T.I.'s person. But he said, this is what she really is. That's what he's talking about. That's what 50 Cent was trying to, you know what I'm saying, show with the picture. Like she, you know. But T.I. said, nah, bro, you don't get to make that call. You don't get to make that call after he got finished getting this information from whoever he spoke to. I'm talking about T.I. right here. Having a conversation with some very smart, mature, wise women in his family. Okay? They could even be into divination, spiritual work. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what type now. Now, T.I. from the South. When your family from the South, it's a little bit of practices that go on down there and stuff like that. I be knowing. He said, you don't get to make that call, bro. Look, that's my wife. I think she's amazing. Look, that's the Six of Wands. I think she's all that in a bag of chips, baby. Okay? Eight of Cups right here. This caused a lot of conversation in the Harris family, baby. Everybody took a cup. I told you there was a whole meeting. It was a whole meeting. King was sitting over there ready to go. Ready to go. He was ready to go. King was ready to go, baby. Plans laid out. Laid out. Tiny was sitting here like, hold on, y'all. Hold on, baby. Look, don't get too crazy. Like, and he said, it's already crazy. It's up, man. People already thinking. You said 50 should have thought about that when he sent the messages. When he sent those messages. 9 of Wands. 50 think about it now. He is. He's like, damn, was that foolish? And T.I. is like, yeah, it was. T.I. said, yeah, it was. That's the 4 of Wands. That's the house. That's the home. That's the home. And now these messages is coming. They coming slow, but they coming in, baby. They coming in. The messages from everybody while all of us watch. While we watch this back and forth, baby, between everybody who got these coins. You see this 3 of coins. These are communication. Coins are working together. T.I. is working with his family. They got milk, honey, and coins. This is for everybody. Milk, honey, and coins. And I'm telling you, 50 is going to hold this. You see his hat in the water. This is the 8 of Cups. He's going to hold this. Because right now, the wheel is spinning in the Harris family favor. I'm not going to lie. See that? The Wheel of Fortune? He came for Tiny. That would technically be Tiny in the back. You know, just running and ruling thing. He came for Tiny. See her right there? You see Tiny right there? And he didn't realize how much love people got for Tiny. She didn't realize how much her family love her and care about her. He didn't realize when he got out there. You know what I'm saying? 50 page of coins. Like, T.I.'s like, I'm going to have to get the wolves out on you, bro. This is the 10 of Cups. This is my happy home. This is my everything right here. This is my ship. This is where I sail off onto every night. This is where I go to bed to and wake up, baby. This is it. This is my dock. This is my boat. I'm gonna have to get them damn wolves. Not only do T.I., he said, and while I'm getting the wolves, Tiny, sit up in the house, baby. Sit back in the house and let daddy take care of this. What T.I. said. That's what T.I. said. Okay, I'm just channeling y'all. This ain't me talking, this T.I. This is King. Hold on, this ain't the one. No, this ain't the one I want. This is all everybody working together. Come here, King. Where your people at? Come here, King. Because King got people. This is T.I. people. This is King's people. They're younger. You see, they're younger. This is T.I. people. They're more stable, more grounded, more vicious. Do you see this? More vicious. More vicious. 50. Standing there with this dragon and his Knight of Swords. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's 50. He got a boat too. But ain't nobody on it but him and his dragon. And everybody got money. It ain't about the money. T.I. said it's about the justice. Said, miss me with it. Hey. Said, when it come to my queen of coins, said, I'm going to stand on that business. I tell you, that is T.I. and Tiny. He said, when it come to my queen, I'm going to stand on that business. This is T.I. and Tiny. This is Tiny. Look, alligator shoes, real ones. Said, it's not about the money. Ain't about the money. It's about the justice. Okay. And right now, 8 of coins. Right here. 50 concocted that, baby. You know, he got the money. Most of the time, people just be doing whatever he say, doing, you know, he might got a team that posted that up. Nobody said that 50 literally sat there in his phone and posted up that picture. He called his team up. Yo, put it up, put this up, put that up, you know, yada, yada type of thing. Right. So anyway, let me pull my last set of cards and we're going to close this out. I just wanted to do a quick tap in for y'all and let y'all know that is 50 going to take, is he going to move? No, no, the stakes are too high in this situation. Can he? Of course. Would it be wise? No. Like I said, it's too much love right here for Tiny. They stepping out on business when it comes to Tiny. And this is the Most High. And this is the tower of it all. This is what 50 is finding out about Tiny and her family. When it comes to him sending messages her way. Did that hurt Tiny? Yes. Because Tiny's a sweetheart. That definitely put Tiny in her head. And T.I. was watching. T.I. was listening. T.I. heard Tiny crying. T.I. was creeping around. T.I. creeps around his house. T.I. know every inch of his damn house. He know how to creep through his house. He was creeping and he heard Tiny crying. He heard her upset or he heard her talking to one of her friends or something. And he heard the conversation and he knew that it had 3 of Swords. It had really messed her up. It had really messed Tiny up and put her in her head. Now, y'all saying, plenty of people don't talk about Tiny. I said this about Tiny, said that about Tiny. Indeed. But in this situation, Tiny was nowhere on the damn charts. She wasn't talking about nobody, bothering nobody. She was nowhere in the news for nothing. It was quiet. It's quiet. And how dare you come out? She said, damn, even when I'm on my best behavior, just taking care of my family, blessing the Lord, serving the Lord, you know, doing what she do, she still get attacked. And that was the sneakiness of it all. That was like a sneaky covert move. Hey, man, he didn't think about it. He didn't think about it. Because really, Tiny got an Ace of Pentacles situation going on over here in her world. It's happy. Nine of Cups. It's happy in Tiny's world. T.I. got what he want. T.I. got his coin and his family. Things are good in T.I.'s world as far as that goes. Not so much 50. He got karmic connections. And this right here, 50 don't feel so good. He don't feel so good. Nine of Wands. All that beat 50 up mentally. Mentally. 50 looks great on the outside. Healthy, big, brawny, all that good stuff. But that beat him up on the inside. Yeah. That beat him up. Yeah. When he made that communication, see what I'm saying? When 50 spoke, you know he's keep his shirt off. Look, emotional manipulator. 50 was hurt. 50 hurt, y'all. I told you that. He hurt. You know who hurt him a lot? His second baby mama. It wasn't Shaniqua. Shaniqua's still here. I'm betting you if anything, God forbid, happened to 50, Shaniqua would show up for 50. Now that other one, you don't know her from a damn hole in the wall. I don't know where he met her from. But when he did that with the emotional manipulator, 50's heart is tied and bound. I told you, he got to work on love. He got to work on love. You get what I'm saying? Because Tiny family love her. And so do T.I. T.I. said, you know, she ain't for you, she for me. Don't worry about it. He said, I'm good with it. He said, we straight. Everything is everything. We got what we need. He said, and I'm going to let you know what it is. He said, I heard my lady. I heard her. Look, that's T.I. He said, I'm going to come through for her. I'm going to come through and give her what she need. He said, I see you, baby. I got you. That's Tiny. Tiny also do divination. Shh. Tiny know what's up, though. Tiny can pull cards, too. Tiny knows how. Allegedly. This is a hypothetical entertainment read, y'all. Give me some more cards for 50 before we close out, Spirit. Twin Flame. 50 wants somebody in his life so bad. Y'all, 50 wants somebody in his life so bad. This shit got his head spinning. 50 sad. That's why 50's an emotional manipulator. Because he don't got nobody. The people that he loved, like I told you, I expressed in the beginning, the people that really got 50 Cent's heart. And something happened after that incident with the house. They even brought out that the house, Miss Jackson, the picture of that song for Domani's song is the picture of a house burning down. He like, yo, what's up with your son? He's talking to, you know. Yeah, this is what's going on with 50. Locked up. So he don't got nobody. All the people that he, you know, all he getting is this. He ain't getting this. He getting these. People that have their backs turned to one another instead of hand in hand. You know what I mean? He would even take hand in hand on a lower level, even though I think T.I. and Tiny have it on a high level. Okay? Tiny's family love her. He didn't expect for the outpouring to come out so deep. They look at her as very angelic, and they look at her as the matriarch of the family. She has made a lot of things possible for who? Them. She has shared her time, her energy, her energetic value, more than just money, a coin. She has shared her whole energetic mind, body, soul value with this family, and they recognize that. Oh, they recognize that. They recognize it, baby. I do see it, yeah. T.I. recognize it too. Yeah, I got them all right. Okay, yeah. T.I. recognize it too. Yeah, he do. The divine partner is not too far behind. I told y'all they have it on a higher level. You see that? She got 9 of Pentacles, and T.I. said, I'm going to match you, baby. They do it together. You see that? They do it together. That's why they are partners right now, these two. And not only that, they take care of the children together. And this is shit 50, he know, but he don't know what's going on over here. He know, but he don't know. It's kind of like he on the outside of a family situation. Okay. So when he spoke a little bit too quick, and he did not think when he posted, when he did what he did, he did not think about that. He didn't think about that, y'all. He called judgment too soon. And it was a little bit too cloudy at that moment. Why did he do that again? 50 Cent is dealing with some emotional pain. His first cards are love, forgiveness, and miracle. For 50 Cent. He's very, very sad. It's a lot of cups that got spilled in this man's life. He don't want to look over and see T.I. and Tiny over there schmoozing and, living it up. That makes him sad when he look at his own cups. At 50, it don't have to be like that. You could fix your relationship with your son if you want to. But he's dealing with his own emotional issues right now. This is what made him strike out. This is why 50 is an emotional manipulator. 50 be going through his own mental stresses. He don't let anybody into that. He don't let nobody know what he's feeling. Yeah. He's being divinely guided to move away from this situation. That's the advice. 50 is being divinely guided to move away from this situation when it concerns Tiny, Queen of Wands. Move away. Because right now, Queen of Swords, he's changing the energy. He's changing the energy. With the trash box conversation. See that? He was talking shit. Until I said, deuces, I'm out of here, bro. You're not going to play with me. You're not going to talk. You're not going to talk crazy. You're not going to try to chump me. You're not going to make me look like no sucker. You're not going to play my wife. You're not going to play my children, my family. You're not going to do none of that. That's what T.I.'s saying. Because he looks at Tiny as a star. And he said, she a star, my daughters are, and all my children. And yes, I am obsessed about them. This is what T.I. said. I am obsessed about them. This is what T.I. said. He said, I love them. Oh, you heard the call, huh? I love them. He said his woman holds him down. She holds him down. He said, and that's the truth, and that's what he love about her. He said he can't help 50 because he's heartbroken because he don't have that opportunity in his life. He said, bruh, you really need to stop talking crap about other people and places and things and really take a look at yourself. He said, because justice is going to be had, baby. Justice is going to be had. He said, you've been dealing with some blind form of justice. He said, nah, I'm not having it, bro. Look. He says he's not having it. Hold on, y'all. Where you at? I know you up under here. Hold on, y'all. I want that card. I want it. Spirit, show me the card, please. What? Okay. All right. Must be more towards the middle. All right. I'm looking for the justice cards on T.I.'s side, y'all. Here it is. T.I. got the justice. Okay. But you see, T.I. got a mask on. Okay. T.I. is kind of cloaked. T.I. said, you've been operating in some old school blind justice. You know what I mean? He said, I'm going to bring the new school. He said, I got some YNs. I got the new crew. You know what I'm saying? He said, I got the new crew. You over here with this old school. This thing is ticking older than molasses. He said, no. Nothing's blind over here. We're going to pull it out. That's what he said when it concerned you. Look, 50 got it twice. 50. It's time for an awakening, 50. It's time for an awakening, baby. You got it twice, baby. Miracles are definitely needed in your area. Definitely. Y'all, baby. Tell me this wasn't a read. Tell me it wasn't. He said, stop being so sneaky, bruh. Stop being so competitive and thinking you're the only one in the world that deserves to win and that we all can eat. We all can celebrate one another. He said, why I got to be like that, man? This is T.I. talking. He said, why I got to be like that, man? You got my sons out here flipping. You got my wife crying. You got my daughter making songs, talk about, say it to her face. He said, man, what the hell is you doing, man? That's what T.I. saying. He said, because I look at my wife as the world and so do my children. And we think the world of her, 10 of pentacles, and we got a good thing going on over here. And we're going to protect her at all costs. That's what T.I. is saying. He said, 50, take your old ass and sit down somewhere, bro. He said, I see you. I see you. And ain't nothing moving over here concerning this one. He said, you must be a fool, bro. He said, go on and take a journey, bro. He said, go that way. Look, he said, go that way. Don't come over here. He said, go that way. And that's on intuitive Cab, baby. Cab said, yeah, that's right. He said, yeah, that's right. He said, T.I. love his family. He do. Look, he love his family. Ain't that tiny little light-skinned hand right there? Even though T.I. light-skinned too, they a whole light-skinned family. You know what I'm saying? But look, 4 of Wands, that is the house. He said, Curtis, I'm sorry. That I'm channeling right now. He said, Curtis. He said, bro, you the one in 5 of Pentacles energy. He said, everybody think you so rich, bro. Where your wealth? Where your family? Where is it? He said, where your Queen of Pentacles? He said, because I got mine. And I'm in the house with her. I'm the emperor. He said, we sleep good at night. She sleep good at night. He said, where yours? He said, you don't want to share? He said, you don't want to share, bro? That's what T.I. saying at 50. You do not want to share? He said, we celebrate all the time. He said, when you celebrate and you sharing your people with people like the diddler. He said, your woman is being shared with people like the diddler. T.I. said, you got things to work on, bro. More than worrying about me and mine. He said, so I suggest you go ahead and go worry about that. He said, because if you come over here, you're going to get blocked. He said, because I didn't know you was a hidden enemy. He said, I knew you was a vampire, bro. But, you know, I didn't think it was like that against me, bro. Like, you know, I didn't think it was going down like that. He said, I've known you to know, get in there and, you know what I'm saying? He said, but now you working with some energy I'm not messing with. And you're not about to put my wife all in her head and make her crazy and get her to acting up. And then I can't get no nookie at night because you don't put my wife in her head. He said, nah, man, we going to end that. We going to end that. We going to end that. And I'm telling you, social media is going to be the place where I'm going to let you know how I feel about everything. And he has done that. Knight of Swords with the Chariot. Move straight ahead. And God is giving him the go. The Hierophant. God, I told you 50 got the devil 2 times. The Hierophant that came out of here 2 times for T.I. 2 times. 2 times. Yeah, he did. It's not a game. Y'all been channeling this whole reading. Like these gentlemen been talking. They've been talking. So if y'all been curious as to the conversation, what's in their mind right now, these are the conversations going on in their mind. How they thinking. Because right now, T.I.'s in a different energy. He's not in the gentleman hat that everybody is so used to seeing T.I. in. T.I. had to switch hats. Because he feel like 50 tried to sucker him. He tried to play him in front of his family, in front of the world, in front of his wife. You know, said you put me out there to look crazy, to look silly or something. He said, I'm not with that. Like, who you think you playing with, bro? I ain't your child. He said, I'm not your son. He said, go clown your own son. This is T.I. Channeling of T.I. T.I. is talking. And y'all know T.I. can talk. T.I. can talk, baby. T.I. got that conversation. Hold on, y'all. T.I. got that conversation, baby. Okay. Okay, God done went to see 50. Oh, did he? No, right here. Right here. 2 times. Where's the other Hierophant? Now I moved it. All right. See, I got the Hierophant twice. I don't know what I did with it that quick. Oh, here it is. See, I got the Hierophant twice. See this? There's the Chariot. He got the Chariot twice too. God said that's a go. For T.I., that's a go. Go ahead, you can move forward. That's what he told him. I moved the Chariot card. I had it in my hand, y'all. Yeah, but that's a go. He told T.I., go. Go. All right. I don't know what I did with it, y'all. All right, y'all. So, did we get over? We sure did. All right, y'all. I'm going to close out the reading with that for now. Okay. This is the go. King of Wands. King of Wands right here. All right. This is a go. T.I. also said he can't help it because this is what 50 do to his women. You hear the ambulance? I mean, the fire trucks. He said he can't help it if that's what y'all do to y'all women. Allegedly. That's what he said. 10 of Wands. This is what 50 do to his women. That's what T.I. said. He said he can't help it. He said, I give my woman options. He said, I give my woman options. I give my family options. You see the cups? He said, plus Tiny gives them options. They look at her as old Shun energy. Very, very loving. Tiny don't be in there fighting them. Tiny don't be fighting them. She be trying to help them. T.I. is the disciplinary. Tiny don't do too much. Tiny got a lot of love. She do. You know? She got a lot of love for all her children. Yes, she do. Yes, she do. She not hating, baby. Is that 50 Cent a hater? And T.I. said, I got love for my lady. He said, but you out here hating on my lady. And that's why you getting this backlash. He said, you threw that black magic at us. Look. He said, you threw that at us, 50. He said, but I'm returning it to sender with this Wheel of Fortune. Because you're not going to talk about me and mine. And that's the secret. Shh. You ain't hear from me. You didn't hear it from me. That is my celebrity tap in for 50, T.I., King, and the Harris family, Domani, and everybody. That's what it is, y'all. So if y'all wondering if 50 gonna make a move on this, no, he is not. The most y'all gonna hear is a couple of words from 50. It wouldn't be profitable for him to make such a move. He has too much to lose. Too much. Too much. And plus, right now, everybody is siding where they siding, you know, because like I said, America's full of mamas, daddies, and babies. So it's like, you know, what you gonna do right here? And honestly, 50 really does need to work on his relationship with his own son and address this issue that he got going on. With love, baby. With love. 50 is suffering from a lack of love. That is it, and that is all. Give 50 back his grandmother, I think you will see a whole different 50. But we all know that can't happen. So he's going to have to work with the energy that he has here, which are his 2 sons to start with. And I think he needs to make amends with Shaniqua. I'm going to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Make amends with that lady because I don't think she got hate for 50. I just think that 50's son and Shaniqua are a direct reflection of him. And he doesn't like himself so much for, you know, various reasons. He's become somebody he doesn't recognize. And that is for several reasons as well. Like I said, he was almost taken out of here. And when you almost taken out of here and you get that close to death, baby, it kind of make you feel fearless. Like, you don't care. You know, it is what it is. You know, your time is going to come when it's going to come. So when people step out here with passion and anger, you know, and taking shots at people and the energy is hot, you know, they got to be mindful of the energy of letting go. Let it go. All right, y'all. That is the reading. Please like, subscribe, and share. Hit that thumbs up for me. Make sure you subscribe. Please subscribe. I will be back collective in 2 minutes because I haven't seen y'all in a little bit and I really missed y'all. It was like I got a reading already set for y'all to come. This reading, somebody been trying to get to you and no matter what they do, they just couldn't get there. They just can't get there. They just can't get into your energy, your circumference. And we're going to come back and talk about that, baby, because I had to write it down. I was like, I'm going to be ready for the collective. We're going to jump in for at least an hour and a half, 2 hour live. And I'm going to be talking to y'all about this energy, this information that I received, okay, on our next one. But that is the tap in for everybody here. So Y'all don't be looking for no big nothing to pop off. And if it does pop off, that'll be solely because 50 chose not to listen to the voice of reason. Because right now, T.I. is operating in wisdom. And right now, I think it's best for 50 Cent to go ahead and sit down and let that miracle overtake him and transform him and just hold that. And maybe one day he can even have a sit down. How big would that be for 50, his son, T.I., and maybe 2 of his sons to sit down? That would be King and maybe Domani, and sit down and talk about this thing. You know how big that would be for TV? Whew, that would be crazy. I would love to see something like that. Just talk about it. Get that thing out on the table, man. So anyway, y'all, I'll see y'all on the next one. Thank y'all. 53, 53, that's 88. Those are big 8s, y'all. That's infinity. Make wishes. I'll see y'all on the next one. Thanks for coming through.